But I didn't know that my ex-wife was in touch with them. So it was at that point I took my children. I contacted VeryDarkMan. I contacted VeryDarkMan, and I'm happy. We have chats here. I didn't even contact VeryDarkMan. Please, the first time was Parara Mock News. He was the first person. Parara Mock News was the first person that blew that RAPE case, because he is close to me. I say, guy, see you, me with the fight for other people. See my own daughter, and he said, what didn't happen? I told him. He was the first person that broke that news, and I do content too, but I at a lower level. I posted it on Facebook, on other platforms, Twitter. It was from there that VeryDarkMan saw it and expounded it, and now called me. He started chatting me. He was the first person that started chatting me on Twitter. Though, you know how it is. Everybody started to talk about it. So it was from there the chat here with VeryDarkMan. It was from there he said we should see, and I obliged. I was ready because, and let me tell you, sir, when
just later send me the screenshot.
Yes, I'm going to send you everything. When that happened, he was asked whether I'm in Abuja. I told him yes and all of that, and he said we are going to see that he has a lawyer. He sent me the address of the lawyer. Myself, my younger brother, my 2 children, because I had moved them from my ex's place to where they were squatting to my house. I left one with them, with her. Sorry, I took them to see VeryDarkMan. We sat down at Deji's chamber, who said 2. My 2 children were there. But if you see my children, they are very big, because if you see their mother, you know she's big. 2 children were there. My younger brother was there. VeryDarkMan was there. The lawyer, he has other lawyers there, all there in that chamber. We are discussing, and VeryDarkMan said, "Oh, somebody have contacted him about that case before, but he wanted the woman to come out to talk, but the woman refused. That she's not ready to make herself public, so she withdrew." And I told them the extent I went to. I went to Natib. I also went. There's a ministry under women, something under Federal Ministry of Justice. I went there. So everybody, they were ready to deal with the case, because the case was already transferred, and we saw the game they were playing. So what did I need from VeryDarkMan and social media? I needed social media pressure, because the people involved they have money, Rich. They have the connection
and influence.
I was already broken. That number one, I didn't hear on time, so I needed a push so that all of them will come under pressure. Now I told VeryDarkMan. Immediately we are going into work. Even Barrister Deji, and to be honest with you, I knew Deji before VeryDarkMan. I've known Deji long time. So when I even saw him, and of course I even knew when he graduated at law, I was even shocked to see the office and all of that. I said, wow, oh, that's good. So that was when he said he would do it pro bono. And you know, rape case like that, Natif were already interested. There's another set of lawyers under Ministry of Justice that were already interested. So it was a full truck, and that was when VeryDarkMan said the following day that he's going to do a follow-up interview back to back, so that the pressure, because the first one started, I know something about such interview, you need to do follow-up back to back. He said he's going to even interview my daughter. I said fine, and but they are going to cover her here. And
yes,
yeah, fine. And do you know when we left? That the day he promised, and I called his number, I wasn't going. I said, and the Parara, another platform that, you know, when you, for instance, now if you remember the day I had the interview with you, somebody else invited me. I called you.
Yes.
I said, man, should I go?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person, because if you have a platform that already pushing the narrative, to begin to jump
from one place to another,
it doesn't help the narrative. Because so I said, okay, Parada started it, but VeryDarkMan at that point was gaining ground and popular. So I needed his push. So I said, okay, he will help. So I stopped, struggling for either using Parada or any other platform. Now I followed VeryDarkMan. I begged him. He said, no problem. He's going to do a follow-up. So I started trying to call him and all of that. It wasn't going. I kept Until the next day, it wasn't going. Until this is what he said. He said, check my post. Before he said he had started posting it. He said, I will give you guys my platform and also my connection to see how to get justice. Please, I want to beg you. He said we should tell the truth, nothing but the truth. I said, I mean, the truth. They are raping my daughter, and that is all I want is justice. So the day we were meant to see, we didn't see again. The thing started like, please. And you know I do both. And the car is not mine. I have to remit every day. So if and I have children with me. So each day that I don't go to work, you know, the business is locomotive. So if I don't go to work, they won't eat. So I need to go to work. So I will call because I need to go there with my daughter. So I will call, and it wasn't picking. So I now retreated and started posting on my own. And when I started posting, he chatted me and said, I'm trying to get the right word. That I started posting on my own, and he said, he chatted me and said I should stop posting. He said, bro, you are posting too much. They try for under, and you keep posting. So he said, you can see it. He said, bro, you are posting too much. So I said, okay, if I try to imagine, okay, what are they trying under? Okay, maybe they are trying to, okay. I withdrew posting. To be honest with you, till this moment, VeryDarkMan never hosted my daughter until the matter was called in court. I watched his video. I think some days ago I did a video. I never wanted to talk on this matter because I felt dragging. We are men. I know. I asked him to help me.
Yes, that part is we actually want you to talk about.
Yes.
Because for me, when I saw VeryDarkMan's video, concerning it and the proof he presented, it made you look so entitled.
Okay.
In fact, I became angry with you. I was like, I don't like associating myself with people with such entitlement mentality, to a point that you also made a video, published a video on YouTube calling him a fraudster.
Yes.
And asking him to send you back the 500 naira you sent to him.
Okay.
I mean, it was a turn off for me. So now that you're here,
I need to let me drink water.
Tell us what really happened. And if he's right, if a VeryDarkMan didn't lie against you, also admit it.
Okay.
And I would also want you to apologize to him if you think what he said is the truth.
Let me say this. And I can be fact checked. When I got the issue of the rape of my daughter, I still have the screenshot here. I never had his contact. I was shuffling through social media. I contacted every other person, chatting, hi, please, my name is Abraham, I had this. So I went on Facebook. As of the moment I typed VeryDarkMan, so many names on VeryDarkMan appeared. So as someone that has been on social media, I had to look for the highest followers, like the one maybe the highest view. I felt, okay, maybe that must be VeryDarkMan platform. So I chatted, and the person replied. So I said, that's good. I introduced myself, and I told him, I told the person, the VeryDarkMan of my daughter's case. And he said, oh, fine, he's interested, or the person gonna learn, the normal and all of that. So I was happy. I even told people around my, I just chatted VeryDarkMan, and he responded. So I was happy. And but he said that I don't charge, but there's what I call a data something fee. I was like, how we VeryDarkMan ask for data something fee, data processing fee?
These messages, this conversation, do you still have them?
I have them. So I said, well, if I would, I think you mentioned, about 40,000 or something. I said, I don't have. I'm just a father hustling, and I don't have. We talked until we arrived at 5,000, and I told myself, if that we help my daughter gain justice, I beg I go do am. No be steal. He said not for data. It's not for the job. I transferred. He said a screenshot of receipt. I did. He said fine. Tomorrow he gave me time that he will start the job. Now as I was doing that, that was when I had my contact with VeryDarkMan on Twitter also. So when the thing happened, I didn't mention the money to him because you are helping me to get my daughter to gain justice already. So what is 5,000? And I was good to go. I was so happy, and it went on. And so when the whole thing about it discontinued, to be honest with you, I want you to put yourself in my shoe. Your father, your daughter got RAPE, and the person that you thought will help you, because we need that social media justice. I wasn't asking him for money. And you go, even the day we went there with my daughter and all of them, nobody, not a pin. I drove there, I drove my family home. I didn't ask anybody, even throughout. I didn't ask anybody for a dime. Now, that passed. So one day I started thinking, I said, it is possible that VeryDarkMan either is aware or maybe oversight. Is he aware that he has many accounts bearing VeryDarkMan on Facebook? So I tried to chat him. I said, sir, could you check? And maybe why not try verify? Notice that all these things are verified. Why not try verify your Facebook account? Because there was a time when my daughter rape case was happening. I tried to reach you. This was what happened to me. I fell, whether it was a scammer or anything, I fell and I even paid money. And possibly there are other gullible Nigerians or people that may be falling for such. I chatted him privately. He did not reply. I now said, well, maybe he has too many messages. I took it to Twitter. I tagged him. I did screenshot of all of these scenarios. And I appealed to him, please verify your Facebook account. He did not respond. Of course, it had about 90-something thousand views. So he saw it. Because I know he saw it. He did not respond. And I said, wow. Is it that he what? Why will somebody... if you look like Davido, I can't verify it. If you type Davido, it's just one account. And it will help people following him, because there may be other people masquerading as Davido. So people started drawing my attention that there was a time he did a disclaimer that it's only one account he has on Facebook and all of that. But I said, okay, he has a retail. Why not they report all these accounts and block them? Because these people are scamming people. And their account is not just 10,000, 20,000. Some almost 1 million. Some 700, 600, 500, 200, 100,000 followers. So if you're a lay person, you may easily fall victim, and you are standing for justice. So why not, clean up these things so that people can follow you well? That was what my plea. So it didn't happen, and I just moved on until when I had accident in October. I had accident in October, and I hit a Hilux car while driving. It was raining. They parked on. It was raining, but I took the blame because for me, I hit them from behind. It was this hospital at Jabi. I'm trying to get the name of the hospital. I took responsibility. Deaf Hospital. Thank you, Deaf Hospital. They said I will pay for their repair. They towed my car to Deaf Hospital. I was pleading with them so that everybody can go, because the impact of theirs wasn't much, but they insist that in that place is spoil and repair, that it is the responsibility of the driver. So if either the driver hit or you hit the driver, they don't have insurance. It's the responsibility of the driver. So at that point, I had to see how I can raise money to fix their car, and they were charging me, I think, about 200-something thousand to even fix their car, not my own yet. So
was that when you reached out to VeryDarkMan?
That was when I reached out to VeryDarkMan. I just sat under the tree there. My younger brother was there, and I reached out to him. I said, oh, bro, see you, I had accident too. Even to tell you the truth, go check my handle on Twitter. I was even posting, asking for help. Because one thing I do, I prefer to ask than to steal. That we are trained to be disciplined. I prefer to say, please help me. At one point or the other, somebody is helping somebody. So I prefer to ask, help me. If you insult me, no problem. But I prefer to ask. So even on my platform, even on Facebook, I posted. There were people that supported me. Because where would I go to? I don't have any other person, so it's better to ask. Now, when he now saw it, he now said, how much? I now dropped a voice note for him. They said about 200-something thousand for their own. And when I told him that, no reply again. Me and my brother were worried. I said, what's happening again now? No, not a day, not 1 hour, no reply again. And we are waiting to see how, with a promise we'll give to these people. So I told them, please, they should give me a little time. I started trying to see how I could raise money. I left the place. So I started following him up, calling him. Bro, maybe I thought maybe he didn't see the message. Follow up messages, no reply. Until one day, I was really touched. I said, how did I do this man now? I'm not asking for anything before. And I was seeing him helping people. So I said, okay, bro, I beg, see this thing now. Anyhow, at least, please help your guy. He now told me that his spirit do not permit him to help me. To be honest with you, one thing that my major turn off is profiling. As a matter of fact, I have a platform on anti-profiling because I detest scenarios and situations where people profile people. Now, when I saw that, I said, your spirit, what did I do? What is the connection between, I had an issue, you saw it, the connection between you and your spirit. So I tried to, persuade him or make him see reasons why he should help me. I dropped voice note. I even tried to connect him. We all have different background. If you are acting based on maybe what somebody told you, maybe my ex-wife or maybe anybody about me, please help me. As of that moment, I needed that intervention. He locked up. Because, sorry, let me digress a little. I had already paid for that diff repair. So what I was looking for now was to fix my own. So the mechanic and Penebita gave a long list. I screenshot it so that it doesn't look like copy and paste and sent to him. Not only him, I sent it to people that could assist me. So when he told me his spirit, I prefer to tell you, sorry, right now I'm not disposed, I don't have. Or maybe, please, I don't have. But when he told me that, I felt I was being profiled. It was not that I was entitled. No, I felt I was being profiled. And that was what made me. So now I'm trying to let him, why would you do that to me? Number one, I know it's your money, but also at least have regard for me. At least have regard for me. Don't profile me. And now I started drawing his attention to some of the issues I had when I was on Facebook and the money I lost, and even when they were doing the retail contribution, I contributed. And I said, oh, at least I'm even part of the retail. Why not help me? He ignored. So I thought about it. I felt so pained. I won't lie to you. And I said, no. I need my... It may be small. Yes, very, very small.
But you needed the 500 back.
It's my money.
This anger came from the fact that he did not respond to you.
When my RAPE happened?
Yes.
And now you are telling me your spirit do not permit you to help me.
Was that also the reason why you made a video calling him a scammer?
Okay. Yes. I did that. Yes.
Because I don't understand how he has scammed you in all of this.
Okay.
Except that he made a promise he did not fulfill.
Now, before, if you watch the video I did on that scam, I had to do the definition of scam. Because we, of course, in Nigeria, with the word scam, people always see it like monetary transaction. But it is far beyond monetary transaction. If I come to you, I pretend to assist you, I pretend to help you in any way, and at the end I do not help you in terms of, it could be verbal agreement, it could be written agreement, it's a scam. Let me give you and it's because when people say, how do you call him a scam? I say people don't understand. And it's because maybe people I don't know what their depth of knowledge and understanding. But this is what, let me give you an instance. If I think a lot, I reason. My daughter had a RAP issue. I contacted you. You never met my ex. I was one that sent my ex's number to Deji. They never had meeting with my ex. The children were in my custody. The children came to my house. I think around May. They left within a month or so. They didn't even stay long. The children were doing well. So there was no time my ex-wife took. It was not my ex-wife that took my children there. I took my children there. I took my children there. I never stopped my children from speaking with my ex. They had their phones. Sometimes I even, the boat car was driving, my children will charge phone in the car to speak with their mother. So how will you, children that have been with their mother for over how many years, They just spend less than a month and you are saying, I kept my children away from their mother. Now, when the RAP thing happened, this is where I said it's a scam. It's a scammer. And I still said it. And if I see him as a gentleman, I will shake him, will laugh. I may apologize to him. Maybe the word looked so ambiguous and heavy and maybe he felt embarrassed. I will tell him sorry, but I will tell him truly, guy, you know, do me well. I'm a man. If you offend me as a man, I'll tell you, man, you know, do me well. Go shake hand. But if your daughter was RAPE and somebody gave you hope to ensure you get justice, behaved as if he will help you, to the point where you even make posts, say no, don't make posts again. We are working at the background. If you are very investigative and intelligent in nature, I say ideas. I'm a thinker. That's what I do for a living. Sometimes I can lock myself in the room and thinking. So when you do something to me, I think. And I was, what were you doing at the background? What is their background? Is it that they were negotiating on something? Background. What is the background? So for me, he scammed me. And I didn't say he's a scammer.
So what you're saying is that there must have been a reason why he did not continue.
He did not continue that case.